Maybe we should strive as a vegan community, if you're not already, to get like a cooperatively owned coffee brand. Like Just Coffee is friggin' amazing. Hey friend, welcome to Chrysalis Chats. My name is Tanya, and like a caterpillar to a butterfly, I help people metamorphosize their diets and lifestyles to be plant-based. Today we're chatting about coffee. Are you gonna drink that coffee as a vegan? Should you be concerned about drinking coffee? Is coffee right for you? Big questions, people. Big questions. P.S. people, Chrysalis Chats right now is doing like a video once per 2 weeks. If you want to unsubscribe, fine, unfreaking subscribe. But if you don't, then stay with me, because we're still talking about awesome stuff. It's just not every single week, because I'm working on some side projects that you don't know about yet, but that's okay. What are some downfalls of coffee, and why might you not want to have coffee? I drink coffee, just so you know. So with that said, let's dive into it. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of coffee is deliciousness. Like, oh my god, it's amazing. It's like, I personally use coffee every day to kind of like get my engines going. I was talking with a friend recently, and I was like, dude, it's kind of like, you know, those old engines where you have to like pull the string to like get it to start up or whatever, and then, you know, it's like started. And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, that's what coffee is for me. Like every day I have one cup, and it just like gets me going. I'm revved up. I'm ready to go. And like throughout the day, I might like supplement that with some tea or whatever. But that's it. But like, why wouldn't you want to have coffee? Well, coffee actually takes a lot, and I do mean a lot, of H2O. That's water, people, to grow and to process. And so like, it's actually not the most sustainable crop really, even though it is plant-based, because there's like so much water involved. And then obviously, like, if you're drinking coffee in the States, which is where you're probably viewing this video, it's like being shipped far away and whatever, which is not groovy either, because there's like shipping involved, right? Like, we don't grow coffee in the US, right, generally. So anyway, that's something that I kind of like wanted to bring to you all as like a reason why you might not want to do coffee, or maybe you're already not drinking it and that's like a reason why. But another reason why you might want to like roll back on your coffee, like reduce your intake, maybe down from a few cups per day to like 1 cup per day if you're at that level of it, is because a lot of times coffee, it actually is like a diuretic or whatever, so it makes you lose your fluids out of your body, which ultimately results in you being like a little more dehydrated than if you weren't to drink the coffee. So if you do drink coffee, something to consider is that you probably want to balance that with an equal amount of water, or coconut water, something that's going to be replenishing, restorative, rehydrating for your body, because too much coffee is going to make you dehydrated, which is going to make you feel less awake, less energized, and not really performing at the level that you want to. That is probably the reason why you're consuming coffee in the first place. So all I'm saying is that we should consider our coffee intake. We should be like a little aware of what the ramifications of coffee are. Maybe we should strive as a vegan community, if you're not already, to get like a cooperatively owned coffee brand. Like Just Coffee is friggin' amazing. I'm currently drinking their Runner's High blend, which is like fantastic. It's just delicious. It's like a bright, light, bold kind of like coffee for the you know, like the rising time. It's like primo, and it's full of flavor. It's not like watered down, but it's also not like, oh my god, I'm drinking like black sludge like with some of these dark roast blends. So just something for your consideration. But anyway, there's like lots of kind of woke coffee people out there, and you might already be like a woke coffee person viewing this. I mean, if not, then you're interested in it, so solid, rock on, power to you. But at the same time, what I'm saying is like, source your ethical coffee when you can, because those collectively owned operations are oftentimes more sustainable too. Like, they have more sustainability built into like how they actually produce and harvest and like pay people along the process of producing that cup of coffee that you enjoy. Another thing to consider is that you can have like 1 cup of coffee in the AM, and like I do, you can have like supplemental caffeinated teas throughout the rest of the day. So that could be like a really nice chocolate pura, which is like a fermented black tea and is so delicious. Or you could have like a green tea, which is a little more mellow, but it also has like that caffeine, so it's also like a balancing thing, right? Really, people, the options are infinite. You can do whatever you want. I'm just here to suggest that maybe we reduce our coffee intake a little bit if we're consuming it like super excessively, because also like it's gonna inevitably, like if you drink too much coffee, it can leach from like your bones and stuff too. So it's like, I feel like it's healthy in my body, coffee, but some people experience it differently. Like I don't feel personally very against the whole coffee thing. I think that it's like a good idea to have like it in moderation, but I support people who feel like coffee's not good, like I'm not about it, my body doesn't react well, because it can have a strong effect for people. Like if you're not if you're just in a sensitive stage of life, or you're having a spiritual awakening, or you're like, just like it's that time of the month or anything, coffee is not the best thing at all times. And I think it's cool that we like talk about it from like that balanced perspective, because it is like amazing in my book and it does do a lot of good things for me, but there are times of my life where like I won't drink it because like I know it's not going to be like as powerful and useful, whoa, there's a dragonfly, that's cool, as I like want it to be. Okay, so I think I hit like most of the main points here. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. And again, my name is Tanya. You, my friend, are awesome for being engaged with this topic. I hope that it offered you some value, and make sure to hit that like button if you do enjoy this video, and subscribe for more stuff like this. So with that said, whether you're just starting off as a tiny little caterpillar, like where are the leaves at? Or you're sipping the nectar of a plant-based diet, whether that's coffee, tea, or anything else, you, my friend, are awesome. Have a blessed day. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for loving Chrysalis Chats. And with that said...